Step 1. Lift the vehicle, place securely on jack stands with wheel chocks in place. Then remove the front tires. Unbolt both sway bar end links from the knuckle on both sides. Step 2. Remove the ABS sensor brackets from both sides of the vehicle. In order to do this, you'll need to remove the ABS line from all the brackets. Using a flathead screwdriver, pry the tabs open and remove the line from the bracket. Clip the plastic retaining clips and remove them from the ABS line. Remove the 10mm bolt holding the bottom bracket. Remove the 12mm bolt holding the upper bracket. Please note, your hardware sizes can vary a little bit depending on your year and model. Step 3. Reroute the ABS line and install the new ABS line brackets. Do this by unbolting the wheel speed sensor from the hub. Then reroute the ABS line over the top of the knuckle and back down into place. Leave the line loosely clipped into place so that you can adjust the tension on the ABS line in the new brackets. Step 4. Install the new supplied brackets for the ABS lines. You will reuse the factory hardware for both of these locations. As mentioned before, use the factory hardware to install the new ABS line bracket on the lower mount. Now you're ready to install your zip ties on the ABS line and clip them into the new brackets. It is important that you install the zip ties loosely around the ABS line because you will need to make adjustments after it's installed in the bracket. Leave all the extra slack up top. Now that your lower bracket is installed, you can go ahead and tighten your zip ties. Be sure to leave just enough slack at the very end so that it's not tight on the wheel speed sensor. Then ensure your wheel speed sensor is securely bolted in place. Install the upper ABS line bracket. Again, be sure to leave the zip ties loose on the line until you have them all installed in the bracket. Then you can tighten after you have everything adjusted. You might find that you have a hard time clipping the zip ties into the bracket. If that is the case, simply loosen the bracket and adjust as needed so the zip ties will clip in place. Now that your brackets are tight, you can go ahead and tighten your zip ties. Make sure that you pull the slack from the bottom clear up to the top, as this is where you're going to want all of your slack in the ABS line. After you've trimmed all your zip ties, go ahead and check your clearance on your ABS line to make sure that it's not interfering with your knuckle or your coilover or anything else when turned lock to lock. Check to make sure that your new bracket does not come in contact with your coil spring. Some aftermarket coilovers provide a sway bar spacer that relocates the sway bar towards the front of the vehicle. If you have this type of spacer, you can leave it in place and move forward with the installation. If your vehicle has a sway bar located in the stock position, you will need to use a provided relocation kit. This will relocate the sway bar towards the front of the vehicle, giving the airLYNX enough room to function properly. First, break off the small tab and discard. Next, with the arrow facing the front of the vehicle, install the drill guide to to the OEM mounting location for the sway bar using the OEM hardware. Drill 2 1/4-inch pilot holes. Then remove the drill guide from the frame. Once you've removed the drill guide, finish drilling the holes with a 13mm step drill bit. You can purchase our 13mm step drill bit on our website. It's the appropriate size for the supplied nutserts that come in the kit. Once you have your holes drilled, you can go ahead and insert the nutserts into the frame. This step is much easier if you'll plan ahead and have a nutsert tool handy to install the nutserts into the frame. Once you've installed all 4 nutserts, you can go ahead and bolt your sway bar back to the frame with the supplied hardware. Step 5. Remove the ball joint nut from the upper ball joint. Once the nut is removed, you will need to measure the exposed thread length of the ball joint. Max length is 0.9 inches. If it is longer than 0.9, you will need to trim. Next, using the Nordlock washers, go ahead and install your airLYNX. Insert the lower stud in the sway bar first, then thread the airLYNX onto the bottom of the ball joint. Torque the ball joint nut to 70 foot-pounds. Then torque the bottom 19mm nut to 30 foot-pounds. Now you're ready to charge your LYNX. It is important to use a bike shock pump that is rated for high pressures and also has a zero loss chuck. This will ensure that you are able to inflate and accurately maintain your desired pressures. Street pressure should be set at 150 psi minimum. Maximum is 300 psi. Do not exceed 300 psi. Trail pressure can be anywhere from 0 and up. Tune to what's comfortable. When you're ready to air your LYNX down for the trail, simply remove the cap, flip it over, then using the top of the cap, depress the Schrader core. This will discharge the air from your LYNX. And that's it. You're ready to enjoy your new airLYNX.